Okay, paying off debt isn't an easy thing to do. It takes discipline, hard work, and commitment, to say the least. Now, when I graduated from college in 2015, like my peers, I had student loans. And 6 months after graduating, I started to pay them back. But I wasn't aggressively doing it. I was simply paying the minimum and then just forgetting about it. Until this past year when something just hit me. I remember looking at my balance and seeing that I still had $23,000 left, and knowing that all of the payments I made for the last 3.5, 4 years barely paid off anything. And not to mention, on top of that, because I was paying on time, my minimum was actually lowered. Right? So, okay, here I am thinking, so my original student loan payment has barely paid off anything, and now my minimum payment has actually been lowered. It seems like they really want me to be in debt for as long as possible, huh? No thank you, right? So here's what I did to pay off my student loans in 1 year. And the first thing I actually did was I changed my mindset. And I talked specifically about this in the last video I posted. And if you haven't seen that, I'll make sure I leave a link to it in the description box down below. So I highly recommend that you check that out. Now, the second thing that I did is I educated myself about money and about paying off debt. I listened to podcasts, I read books, but mainly I went through Financial Peace University. And let me tell you, that in itself is a game changer. Now, if you don't know what Financial Peace University is, or who 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗍 is, you should, and I'll leave a link to all of the information down below as well. But basically, Financial Peace University is a 9-week lesson or course about money and how to create financial peace. And 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗍 is simply just full of wisdom. So I definitely highly recommend that you check him out. Number 3 is budgeting. Now, let me tell you, it's impossible to know how much extra money you have or where your extra money is going until you write a monthly budget. And personally, I had a jaw-dropping moment when I wrote my first monthly budget, not because I was spending a lot of extra money, but because I had a lot of extra money that did not have an assignment. As an example, before doing anything else, right, just writing my monthly budget, I realized that I was able to quadruple my monthly student loan payment with just the extra money that I had at the end of the month. So to be completely transparent with you, my original monthly payment for my student loans was $230 some, right? So take that times 4. That new number was a number I was using to pay my student loans monthly, right? So in a nutshell, this increased payment plus some money that I had saved up was how I was able to pay off $23,000 in 1 year. But it was more than just making payments, right? So the fourth thing that I did was I learned how to stay disciplined through the hiccups. Meaning, over the course of this last year, while I was paying off my debt, I had car problems on more than a few occasions that I paid cash for. I traveled to stand in my best friend's wedding that I paid cash for. So with cash going to other places, I still managed to stay focused, to stay disciplined on my journey, on my goal of paying off my debt in 1 year. Number 5 is I had an accountability partner who happened to be my real life partner, 𝗪𝗪, who many of you know. And really quick, because I know she's going to watch this, I've never met someone more confident, determined, and disciplined than her. I mean, the amount of hiccups she's had thrown her way that don't even compare to mine, right? But to see her to continue to attack, keep her confidence, and still cut her debt in half in 1 year is amazing, and I'm so proud of her for that. Now, before I share the last thing that I did in order to pay off my student loans in 1 year, if this is your first time tuning in and you're enjoying this video, if you're feeling motivated to pay off your debt, and you want to join this community, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Number 6 is I got creative. After budgeting and telling my money exactly where to go, I had to get creative with what was left, right? And to be honest, some of the most fun and enjoyable times that I've had during this last year involved not spending money. So just think about that. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit a thumbs up for me. Again, if you felt motivated by this, let me know in the comment section down below. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and always remember to stay true to you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.